"Excuse me," she said curtly, stepping over a patch of clover. "This gathering is far too loud. Some of us value our peace and quiet." The annual barbecue event was more than just a gathering. It was a cherished tradition that brought the community together, fostering connections and celebrating local spirit. This year, however, the atmosphere was charged with tension as Nate Harper, a beloved local figure, found himself at odds with Susan Delaney, a newcomer whose intentions seemed to disrupt the harmony of the event. As the grill sizzled and laughter echoed, an unexpected conflict simmered beneath the surface, threatening to overshadow the festivities. Huddled in the heart of Maple Grove, the peaceful suburban area was a canvas of vibrant colors, with lush green lawns and blooming flower beds lining the streets. As the sun dipped low in the sky, casting a warm golden hue over the neighborhood, Nate Harper prepared for the much-anticipated barbecue in his newly renovated backyard. This personal paradise, complete with a spacious deck and a fragrant herb garden, was a testament to Nate's hard work and dedication. Excitement bubbled within him as he envisioned friends and family gathering around, sharing laughter and stories amidst the tantalizing aroma of grilled delights. The sound of children playing nearby and the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze added to the idyllic atmosphere, making it the perfect backdrop for a memorable evening. For Nate, this backyard was not just an outdoor space. It symbolized a fresh start and a place where cherished memories would be created, embodying the essence of community and connection. As the sun began to set over Maple Grove, Nate Harper welcomed a lively group of guests into his backyard. A mix of off-duty homicide detectives who shared a unique camaraderie forged through years of service. Each detective brought a distinct background to the gathering, from seasoned veterans with decades of experience to younger officers eager to make their mark. Their past achievements, including high-profile cases solved and accolades earned, were often the subject of lighthearted banter, creating a relaxed atmosphere filled with laughter and shared stories. "You remember the Sanderson case?" One of the detectives chuckled, nudging another with his elbow. "You nearly fell into that koi pond chasing the guy." "Hey, I got the collar, didn't I?" the other replied with a grin. "Even if I had to swim for it." As they gathered around the grill, the scent of sizzling meat mingled with the sound of clinking glasses, reinforcing the bond among these friends who had seen the darker sides of life yet found solace in each other's company. However, beneath the surface of this jovial reunion, an impending conflict loomed with Susan Delaney, a newcomer whose presence threatened to disrupt the harmony of their evening, setting the stage for an unexpected confrontation. As the laughter and chatter filled the air, Susan Delaney made her entrance, her demeanor poised yet assertive, embodying her role as the self-proclaimed Queen of the Homeowners Association. With a clipboard in hand and a determined expression, she surveyed the scene, her sharp eyes quickly honing in on the barbecue festivities. "Excuse me," she said curtly, stepping over a patch of clover. "This gathering is far too loud. Some of us value our peace and quiet." It wasn't long before she approached Nate, her voice cutting through the jovial atmosphere as she voiced her complaint about the noise and potential disruption to the neighborhood's tranquility. The tension in the air shifted palpably as the laughter faded and the guests exchanged uneasy glances, caught off guard by her unexpected intrusion. "Ms. Delaney," Nate said calmly, lowering the grill lid, "we're just having a quiet evening with friends, neighbors even. I didn't think hospitality was against HOA policy." Despite the mounting pressure, Nate remained calm and composed, responding to her accusations with a measured tone. He acknowledged her concerns while emphasizing the importance of community spirit and connection, striving to diffuse the situation. His steady demeanor contrasted sharply with Susan's rigid stance, setting the stage for a clash of ideals that would unfold throughout the evening. Later that evening, Nate received an email from the Homeowners Association, a formal complaint lodged by Susan Delaney that detailed her grievances about the barbecue. The email accused Nate and his guests of excessive noise, potential disturbances, and even suggested that their gathering was a violation of community guidelines. She called it a public nuisance, Nate read aloud, holding his phone out to the group. And apparently, I'm fostering an unruly element. As Nate read through the absurdity of the accusations, his friends erupted in laughter, incredulous at the lengths Susan had gone to in order to assert her authority. Is she serious? One detective asked between chuckles. What's next? Citing kids for lemonade stands? They exchanged jokes about her being the HOA enforcer, finding humor in the situation that seemed more fitting for a sitcom than real life. However, beneath the laughter lay a growing concern. It became clear that Susan was not merely a nosy neighbor, but someone wielding her influence to impose her will on the community. This revelation added a layer of seriousness to the evening, as Nate and his friends contemplated the implications of her actions and the potential threat to their cherished neighborhood camaraderie. As the evening progressed, Nate and his friends began to piece together the extent of Susan Delaney's surveillance tactics, uncovering unsettling details about her control over the neighborhood. You know she's been taking photos of people's cars, one guest whispered, and not just for parking violations. She keeps logs. Whispers of hidden cameras strategically placed around the community surfaced, and tales of her eavesdropping on conversations became more than just rumors. The group was shocked to learn that Susan had been monitoring not only their gatherings but also the comings and goings of other residents, creating an atmosphere of fear and distrust. That's not oversight, Nate muttered. That's a violation of privacy. Fueled by a growing sense of injustice, Nate and his friends decided they could no longer stand idly by. They resolved to investigate Susan further, determined to expose her invasive methods and reclaim their sense of community. The camaraderie among them deepened as they shared their frustrations, united by a common cause. What began as a simple barbecue had transformed into a rallying point against an overreaching neighbor, igniting a fire within them to stand up for their rights and the integrity of Maple Grove. Determined to confront Susan Delaney and her HOA abuses, Nate and his friends embarked on a mission to gather evidence. They employed various methods to collect information, from discreetly observing her behavior during neighborhood walks to sharing tips on surveillance techniques. One friend suggested using their smartphones to document any suspicious activities, while another proposed setting up a group chat to coordinate their findings. We're not just detectives off duty, someone joked. We're vigilantes with bylaws. As they worked together, the camaraderie among the group flourished, with laughter and banter lightening the tension of their task. Each new piece of information they uncovered added to the suspense, revealing a pattern of Susan's overreach that extended beyond mere complaints. They discovered that she had been sending out unwarranted violation notices to other residents, instilling fear and compliance. She cited the Johnsons for having a hummingbird feeder, Nate said, shaking his head. A hummingbird feeder? With every revelation, the stakes grew higher, and the group felt a collective sense of purpose. United in their quest for justice, they were determined to expose Susan's actions and restore the sense of community that Maple Grove once cherished. As Nate and his friends strategized their next move, they devised a plan to hold a neighborhood meeting disguised as a block party, creating an inviting atmosphere for community involvement. The idea was to gather residents under the guise of celebration while addressing the pressing issues surrounding Susan Delaney's HOA abuses. Let's give them something they can't ignore, Nate said, but let's make it festive. They spread the word, encouraging neighbors to bring dishes to share and join in the festivities, all while subtly steering conversations toward the need for transparency and fairness in their community. The importance of collective action was emphasized, as Nate reminded everyone that unity was their greatest strength against Susan's overreach. As the date approached, Excitement mingled with tension, knowing that this gathering would serve as the stage for their confrontation. The group prepared to present their findings, ready to challenge Susan's authority in front of their fellow residents. With the community rallying behind them, they felt a renewed sense of hope, eager to reclaim their neighborhood and restore the spirit of camaraderie that had been threatened. The block party buzzed with laughter and the enticing aroma of grilled food, yet an undercurrent of tension rippled through the crowd as Nate and his friends prepared for the confrontation with Susan Delaney. Neighbors mingled, unaware of the brewing storm, while Nate's group exchanged determined glances, ready to unveil their findings. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the gathering, Nate stepped forward, calling for attention. "If I could have just a few minutes," he said, his voice steady, "there's something we need to talk about." With a steady voice, he presented the evidence they had meticulously gathered: photographs of hidden cameras, copies of unwarranted violation notices, and testimonies from fellow residents who had felt Susan's oppressive watch. The atmosphere shifted as the community absorbed the revelations, murmurs of disbelief spreading among the crowd. "She was tracking all of us," someone said aloud, "like we were suspects." Susan's face paled, her confident demeanor faltering as she realized the extent of her actions had been exposed. This moment marked a turning point in the conflict as the community rallied behind Nate, igniting a collective resolve to stand against her overreach and reclaim their neighborhood. Following Susan Delaney's departure from Maple Grove, the neighborhood experienced a remarkable transformation, marked by a newfound sense of community and openness among residents. Freed from the oppressive atmosphere that had lingered, neighbors began to engage more actively with one another, sharing stories and hosting gatherings that fostered connection. "Feels like the old days again," someone remarked at a weekend cookout. Nate and his friends took the initiative to organize regular community events, from potlucks to cleanup days, encouraging everyone to participate and contribute to the revitalization of their beloved neighborhood. These positive changes not only strengthened bonds, but also instilled a sense of pride in their shared space. The experience served as a powerful reminder of the importance of standing up against injustice, inspiring residents to voice their concerns and advocate for their rights. With a renewed commitment to transparency and collaboration, Maple Grove emerged as a vibrant community where everyone felt valued and heard, proving that unity could triumph over adversity and that together they could create a brighter future. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful tales of resilience and justice. Your support helps us continue to provide valuable insights and stories that resonate with homeowners everywhere. Thank you for watching Work Story, and see you in the next one.